Shalawam. First and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us his truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, let's get into this one. The title of this one is Live Peaceably with All Men. Okay, so first scripture is Romans, the 12th chapter, 18th verse. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahawah. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. So, man, compassion, man. Mercy. Okay? Not having a grudgeful spirit, not having a petty spirit, a back and forth spirit. Back and forth ain't gonna get nobody anywhere. You're gonna go in a cycle of combatants. Alright? That cycle of aggression, which isn't gonna fix anything. Now we understand it's a time for war, right? It's a time for all of that. But that time, that's not speaking about amongst Israel. Okay? You know, you're supposed to love one another, man. We're supposed to help our fellow brother. All right? And if somebody can't get it, then you distance yourself from non-believers, unbelievers. But if a brother is in this truth, he's calling on the correct names, you know, then you don't supposed to have no strife going back and forth with that brother. You're supposed to live peaceably with all men. And in this world in general, just because I work amongst Edomites, right? And I'm not cussing them out at work. I'm not doing that. I'm like, hey, you know, they say hey to me, how you doing? All right, yeah, have a good day, etc., etc. Okay? We're living peacefully with all men. You're not trying to be super Hebrew, man. Super Hebrew Israelite. We know we got the grace, and we know we got the private understandings of the scriptures to know that, hey, we can look at them and know that their time is coming. Okay? Like I was just driving, and these Edomites, well, really, I was just, even before I was driving, because I was driving over here at this job, and it'd be these Edomites in their little carts and things like that, and they don't want to give you the right of way. Okay, you feel entitled. And even before that, I was walking through the hall, and they having this little dinner thing, and they was like just in the way of the walkway. And I'm like, excuse me, boom, boom, boom. Being real cordial and courteous about it. You know, not being, get out the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live peaceably with all men, being respectful, having some type of manners, what my parents taught me, what my grandmother taught me, right? So you're supposed to go about things in that way. These people is rude. We know that. We live in a rude, inconsiderate, selfish nation, man. So, but we don't supposed to be like that, all right? So when they go low, we go high, right? So next scripture I'm going to get is 1 Peter 3 and 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous, not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessings, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. So once again, not being vengeful, not going back and forth. And a lot of these scriptures I'm about to touch on is in the same manner. All right? You want to live peaceable. You don't want to have a grudge. Trust me, man, in the world, it didn't feel good knowing that you got beef with somebody. Okay? Especially moving around in LA, doing parties, doing shows, doing music, and you know, you might have a difference with another person, so-called artists and all of that, whatever. And then it turns into beef. And then you don't like him, you don't like his camp, y'all don't like each other, boom, boom, boom. All right, and that's strife. So then you got to look over your shoulder. when you go to certain events, when you go to certain clubs. And that's just in the world, and that's how the world is. That stress and that tension is not something you want to live with, man. Okay? I didn't like living with it. You know? Having strife with men just because it's disagreements. So you want to live peaceably with all men. Drop your ego sometimes. Drop your ego, man. Having an ego will get you took out for the most part if you living by it, and et cetera, et cetera. You always got to get somebody back. All right. Yesterday I was watching that show Power, right? And you got this dude. It was a fight between one of the characters, Kane. You know, that's funny. But one of the characters, Kane, and this other dude, Zion. Okay? And it was a fair fight. You know, they squared up in the ring, the octagon, and they fought each other the last episode. But guess what? Zion got beat. And what happened? His ego got the best of him. So now he want to come back with guns. Okay? He want to come back blasting. And that got him in more trouble than it should have cost him. Because eventually, well, I don't want to ruin the episode for any brother that actually watches. Because come on, man, we watch things like that. You know, I'm sure brothers watch Power and Raising Canaan and things like that. You know, hey, don't be over righteous, don't be over wicked. You know, it's if you fasting, yeah, don't watch that. Like Day of Atonement, I'm not about to watch no murder, nothing like that. But it's just entertainment. So for you people out there, don't be over righteous, man. Like, oh, this brother be watching Power, man. That brother wicked. He got all spirit. He watching. Man, you can watch that shit, okay? You can y'all watch football, right? And that's a bunch of idols and bullshit. Now, we don't worship it, okay? So just to clear it up. Because, hey, some brothers be on some bullshit. They be like, yeah, I got him. Yeah, man, shut up, all right? So, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing. Because that's that spirit. And so why do Yahawashi for putting that on my mind? Because that's that spirit of trying to catch somebody or trap somebody. A rebuke shouldn't come out of a place of pettiness. A rebuke should come out of a place of love, right? So you shouldn't be sitting around trying to, yeah, I'm going to catch him. Yeah, I know that brother off in the spirit, etc., etc. You should really want to see a brother beat. You should want to uplift a brother and see a brother make it. You know, and hope a brother do come back and be sincere with the right intentions. You know? So keep that in mind, man. We got to be all of one mind, having compassion one to another. That's likewise each other. Love your brothers, man. So next scripture I'm going to get 1 Thessalonians 5:14. And Shalawam to them brothers out in the UK, man. I was watching a live 2 days ago. I think it might have been yesterday. And, you know, they had a really good talk about this, man. And I was like, man, I got to do a lesson on it. You know, Shalawam to them brothers out there. One of them brothers' page is Plain Upon Table 777. And the other brother, I believe, is Our Reasonable Service. All right, Shalawam to you brothers out there, man. All right, I always watch them brothers out there lives. Solid brothers. 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter, 14th verse. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient towards all men. Teaching, you're going to have to teach with compassion and patience. You can't be so haste to just look at a brother and be like, this brother's off. This brother's boom, boom, boom. Hey, my brother that brought me into this thing, man, GMS to Learn the Power out there in Wisconsin, he really told me, man, if a brother got the name, then that right there is a very important thing. Yahawah brought him to the name. Now, after that, it's going to be doctrine, and if he living in it, etc., etc. But if somehow he got the name and he's calling on it, then you really got to deal with that brother, man. You know, because you don't get the name for no reason. Okay? Now, hey, some brothers fall out and they got the name. Some brothers do off doctrine and they got the name. So it takes time to really tell. But while you're dealing with a brother, you want to deal with a brother with patience. You want to support the weak, the feeble-minded, brothers that need to build up more confidence in themselves and their spirit. To help these brothers, man. You know, don't be so harsh. All right? See that none render evil. There we go again. Render evil for evil unto any man. But ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. So once again, don't be grudgeful. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. All right? Don't be grudgeful. Man, they keep texting. All right? In the group chat. Okay. Luke 17:3. It's a good one. Let's get that. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him, and if he repent, forgive him. All right? And you may have disagreements, things like that. Brothers trespass against you. Okay? Or you may feel like you in the right and that brother's in the wrong, or vice versa. You know, time heals all wounds. So it'll fix it. And the spirit, you're going to see through the spirit, through lessons and things like that, you may feel like you was off or you was wrong. And then at that point, it's about you being accountable and fixing the situation and mending the situation. You don't want to let nothing linger and continue to grow and fester like a cancer. That's what happens with cancer, with the tumors, man. They just, if you don't cut them off early, then what they say, you get the second stage, third stage, fourth stage, they can't fix it. It's too far gone. You know, you don't want to be too far gone in your spirit. You don't want to be too far gone in a situation where it's unmendable. It's always mendable through Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, man. And you should mend it early versus mending it later when certain words and things get said. And, you know, because you don't want to, I had a brother deem me to be a 2/3 at one point, you know. And I hope he don't feel that way anymore. But I would never feel that about him. Because I understand when you're dealing with a brother, man, it's like you're dealing with Yahawashi. That's how you're supposed to deal with your brothers. So, yeah, we may have a disagreement or argument or whatever it may be. But, man, we going to get over it, man, in the spirit. And sometimes we got to grow. And sometimes it be pride, man. Like I said earlier, and ego. And, you don't want your name to be hurt. Or you don't want to admit you was off. You don't want to admit you was wrong. Whichever way on either side. It just takes real men to be accountable and to be responsible for their actions. And to fix it and talk about it like men. You know, versus going back and forth on social media, you know. And that right there, that's not something that we need to do in this truth, because that's something that's done in the world. That's how the world goes about handling problems. You see these celebrities and things like that going on and back and forth, man. The whole Drake and Kendrick thing, right? That right there could have been handled with phone calls versus going back and forth with songs, putting all your disputes out for the world to see. That's not how we need to handle. That's messy, all right? It could have been handled with simple calls. You know, and that's it right there, man. Especially if brothers is serious and they you know, you really, you know, grow to love a brother and things like that, man. Simple calls. All right, so let's keep it going. Leviticus 19, and this is really the base law for a lot of these scriptures that Paul was talking about. Leviticus 19, let's start at 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. So when you making that judgment, be very careful. Solomon was very careful when he made a judgment, when he went into things, using wisdom. Don't be haste. Yahawashi didn't judge off of the appearance, he judged off the heart, off the mind, off the spirit. Okay, that's how he was able to trap them Pharisees, man. They was trying to trap him, and he trapped them. Yeah, trying to play a player. You know what I'm saying? You can't get Yahawashi. You think you a rabbi and all that? No, man. Yahawashi is far greater than you, and he has far more understanding. And he's not doing nothing in guile. He has no guile in his mouth. He was judging off of righteousness. He was judging off of the truth, not fake. You may want a brother to be wicked, but the brother ain't wicked. So it don't matter what you do. You can't make that brother wicked, man. You know, at the end of the day. Okay? 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahawah. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. And that's love. That's love, man. Sometimes to get cussed out is love. Okay? If it's coming from the right place, to get cussed out is love. Alright? Every time I rebuke somebody, man, it was done out of love. It wasn't done out of no hate. Alright? Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let any cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. And that's pretty much the point. Okay? I really meant to just go to 18. But you should keep the statutes, keep the laws and commandments. Uphold these type of things. It's a certain character Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is trying to instill in us by giving us these laws and commandments. It's a character and guidelines that you have to follow by that's going to help you prevail in this world, man. Psalms 119 and 128. Okay. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. So that's wickedness. That's also judging in unrighteousness. That's judging wrong. That's being petty. That's being grudgeful. These are false ways. These things that you don't need to hold on to. Yeah, we're supposed to hold some hate in our heart for our enemy, not for our brother. You know, and this lesson is really only for Israelites. Understanding that. But also for Israelites that when we got to go out to the plantation and things like that, don't be in a hateful spirit towards these people if you got to live among them. Okay? Don't, you know, hey, you can hate these Edomites, but you ain't about to just go up to them and cuss them out, man, because we in captivity. So we got to maintain ourselves in this truth, maintain ourselves in this faith, and we can't get ahead of ourselves. Some brothers want to bring the kingdom right now, and that's not the spirit, man. You can't hasten the kingdom. You can't build it right now. You want to go build a community and think that's going to protect you. This place, America, is going to be destroyed, and you got your little community off the grid and thinking that that's it. Now, that's not it, bro. Okay? Understand that. That's not it. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi didn't say to go and do that. Y'all think we going to actually be in the wilderness, like y'all going to the wilderness. Y'all packing up bags and stuff. I saw the brother down there, the elder down there in GMS, South Carolina, man. I did a lesson on this female reading from the book of Jasher, talking about, you know, that false book, talking about she's going to pack a bag. And for the second Exodus, that's not the doctrine. Okay? Failing to understand when Yahawashi said flee to the mountains, he was talking about 70 AD. He wasn't talking about now. We know that our salvation is coming through them chariots. All right? Through the protection of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. We don't got to fear. We don't got to think about doing all of that, man. We are not going to get up in cars and drive and leave America. Or you're not going to pack a bag and be walking, you know, to leave America, to flee for America. Now, we may be pilgrims on the earth at some point in time in Jacob's trouble. Yes, indeed. All right, understand that. But our exodus, our second exodus, is going to be by them chariots. Okay? So, I hate that false way. Jasher is a false way. The book of Enoch is a false way. The book of Jubilees is a false way. Okay? Lying is a false way. Talebearer spirit is a false way. So you're supposed to hate these ways, man. All right? Let's get what I got. I got 3 more scriptures. Philippians 2 and 3. Let's get that. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves. That's why, man, going to camp, man, we uplift one another, man. You know, always give a brother a compliment. I like that, Ak. I like this, Ak. Shalawam, Ak. Good videos you've been putting out. Really edifying videos, etc. We coming in that type of spirit. We're not coming in no hateful, grudgeful spirit, man. The world is like that. Somebody in the world to give you some fake love, you know, and low, deep down low, they hate you. or they'll compliment you and your woman, deep down low, they want to pipe your woman. All right? This is how the world acts, man. We don't act like that, man. Okay? Understanding true sincerity, true brotherhood. I'm going to read this one more time. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves. All right? Come on, man. So you look at another brother like, man, hey, brother, good job, brother. You're not looking at yourself in a high-minded spirit like you better than somebody. You esteeming others better than themselves, better than yourself, right? Colossians 3:12. Put on therefore as the elect of power, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Okay? And you can't be like, yeah, I've been suffering so long. Man, Yahawashi been suffering far longer than us. All right? And Yahawah is long suffering, ancient of days, right? So you think the Father doesn't care about us? You think Yahawashi doesn't care about what's going on down here, seeing his people suffer and being in this type of captivity and being in a lost state? All right? The Father and the Son definitely cared, man. That's why they still protecting us. They still got mercy for us. All right? So don't think that it's all forgotten, that you're forsaken. You're definitely not forsaken. And in likewise manner, carry yourself in that way for your brothers. Put on therefore as the elect of power of Yahawah, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. You ain't supposed to be out here high-minded. You ain't supposed to be out here like you better than everybody. The elect is the humble ones, the meek ones, the low ones. Right? Getting brought up. Alright? First by the chariots and then crowned by Yahawashi himself. That's who we are, man. Okay? We ain't the ones that's up in this world right now. We ain't the ones that got it all, that have it all. Okay? I mean, I grew up, couldn't get girls, thinking I was ugly, etc., etc. You know? Grew up hated by the world because I didn't really fit in. Now I understand why, man. Because Yahawah be of that number. Never could really get, could go to parties and didn't really fit in. Hated to go out. Things like that. Because I don't fit in with this place. And these people, you look at these people, they are used to sin. They love sin. They fit in with the sin. Alright? So that ain't for us. You should feel it in your spirit like, man, this ain't it. This ain't the move. You know? Especially when they going along with these agendas. Alright? So last scripture is Romans 12:3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahawah hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Right? Like Yahawashi was saying with the tokens, man. I love using this. Right? You get a measure, you get a certain amount of tokens. That's your spirit. Alright? Some brothers get more than others. Some brothers get less than others. So it is what it is. What you gonna do? Cry and whine about it? No, make it double. Bring in fruit. The more you do it, the better you learn how to use what you have. And then the more you study, the more you be diligent in this thing, the better you're gonna be. And the more benefit is gonna be to you with what measure of faith you have been given. Some brothers can go through so much more greater things than other brothers can go through, man. Alright? Well, I remember it was times on that ship, on them deployments in the military, in the Navy, man, I was thinking about suicide. Alright? Just to be honest. Thinking about taking my life, jumping off the ship, etc., etc. A demon fighting me. Right? And all I knew how to call on back then was God or false Jesus Christ, man. You know? So that wasn't no protection, because those demons was fighting me and hitting me and really trying to bring me to the edge of taking it all. Right? But guess what? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi had pulled me out of that. I had to get away from that environment, because the military environment is really drink, cuss, smoke. It's all like that. It's full of sin. pork. That's all. It's all out there. That's all they feed you, you know. So it's just bullshit. It's straight demons. It's straight demonic. It's actually it's really against Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. So them demons are gonna be plaguing you. You're not gonna be in a good spirit. The more inflammation foods you eat, the worse your spirit gets. All right. So understand that. It's very important to understand these little things, so you'll understand why these actions, why you feel this way. Because we really eating. It's like we eating demons. We eating spirits. We eating chemicals. That's messing with our body. That's messing with our mood. That's messing with the way we feel. You know. That's why a lot of these kids are on that agenda. Because the soy that's in the food is making them that way. You know, and Esau Edom knows. So understand is that measure of faith that's given to you, you're going to be able to take whatever Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi allows you to take and wants you to take. He's not going to give you nothing stronger than you can bear. So don't complain, don't cry, or none of that. It may get hard, most definitely, but truly have faith. Don't bend, don't fold, truly have faith. And push through. Alright? You look through most of the prophets, a lot of them hated their life. Job, Ezekiel, you know, Elijah, okay? I mean Elijah, not Ezekiel, but maybe Ezekiel too. But I have to go into that more. But I know Elijah hated his life. He felt like it was time to go. But Yahawah said, I got 7,000 men, man, that have not bowed their knee to Baal. So, hey, that's why we got the brotherhood. That's why you want to live peaceably with all men. That's why you want to be at camp. That's why you want to be doing works. That's why you want to fellowship. That's why you want to hit brothers' lives and support precept here and there, man. You know? All right? So this thing right here is your support system. The world is not your support system, but the brothers, the true brothers, all right? And the brothers, man, under the elders of GMS, okay? And affiliate camps, okay? These are the true brothers because they teaching that true doctrine, that 100% doctrine. And you can't find that nowhere else because all these other camps, man, they be going off. They may sound good, look good, but in their doctrine, they going off. They teaching incorrectly, all right? You got these guys don't even know that tonight is the Day of Atonement. It's the Day of Atonement, right? You know, so what are you doing? You're not helping the people correctly, man. All right? So, hey, with that being said, man, live peaceably with all men. Don't live in strife. Don't want to look over your back and you know, somebody trying to get you and all that. You don't want to feel that type of way. This ain't a street lifestyle. We not tough guys. We just staying out the way. To put it in modern terms, live peaceably with all men. That's staying out the way. You know, giving alms, giving charity, support. That's what it is, man. Hey, the water Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi for the spirit being put on me to be able to do this lesson. All right. And the inspiration from watching the brothers and being able to put this lesson together as well. You know, brothers had put out some solid precepts, and I used a couple of them, man. So, hey, the water. And as always, all praises be to Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopefully elect 144,000 men, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children. All right. Shalawam to you brothers, man. Keep enduring. Keep enduring. Have a good Day of Atonement. Have a good fast. All right. Shalawam. Kwam Yasharahla. And as always, a Baba Bar to this wicked nation. Shalawam.